Welcome back to part 5. I know I left you hanging. So we're gonna continue on Sunday day with Natsuki. Wait, actually, before that, I need to check up something. I'm gonna check my favorites. Okay, I will change the thing a bit. You might not hear my voice a bit from the last episode, but this time I'm gonna use other because this mic is pretty slow because I just checked out my footage from part 4. So let me change it. Property. Hello. Yep, it's so loud, right? Yeah, I'm gonna slow down a bit. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to our date night. Let me close this footage first. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she acts any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We send each other one after exchanging in numbers to double check, but it turns out into a conversation. She almost like a different person on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute languages. She also really likes complaining about things. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early. The other day, it's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. But between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we made it a habit of simply entering each other's house like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's really strange of her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom where I finally found her. Sayori, hi Sulhan. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time. I guess you're right. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but wait, how do you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Are you going to be helping Monica today? Of course, but I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet or anything. Oh, so it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep, there's more silence between us. Sari stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sari smiled, shaking her head. That's not good, Solhan. Eh? You you can't. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. I just realized that nothing. Sorry. You are really thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori, I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Salihan. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just going to make me say it, aren't you, Salihan? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I had really bad depression my whole life. Do you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most of the day I can't even find a good reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what I that's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy without anyone worrying about me. I'm shocked. I can figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayuri kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayuri? Why is that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to spoil you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder every day, a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do is was tell me. You don't understand at all, so then why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have wasted effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. And that's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I do need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, sir. There's nothing. Nothing at all. There's not. There's the only thing that could have helped me help is if everything could be like the it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the teacher club because I was selfish. But I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept this punishment. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulder. This time, I pulled her into a tight embrace. Sorry, Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile, you know. If I make friends with somebody else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. So that Siri isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms wrapped around her, Siri's arm remained at her side. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Salihan, I Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to be changed. I make these feelings go away, and if there's anything that you need me to do, then better, you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently Sherry finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sherry lets me go. As she does it, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah, How would you like to spend it all with you? For me to spend all with you. Um, it's what I want. I promise. I I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sorry, what's her eyes? You know that all I want is that when before the Video Creators Club, I want to go to that festival though. But I didn't feel anything. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? Ah, it's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright, looking forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit the house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spent only a few minutes back at home anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I knew it, she texted me to let me know that she's outside of my front door. Without delay, I opened the door to let her in. Sup? Hey, I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such a cute clothes the makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Geez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag. It's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Sorry. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she always usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Soyan? Oh, come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds up to me. This is ridiculously heavy. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk. Natsuki hits a fist into my chest. Hey, hey, Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much? Eh? Um, it's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. My size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than every other people. But just never mind. Why are you making me say? Don't don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach him. What? That's a little bit more like you. You more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know. And you just and just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like. Ah, Natsuki catches her word, and her face turns red. Natsuki, forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologize. Eh, I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like yours. Ah, how would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. I'm gonna. Hey, hey, was that to me? What? How? Just trust me on it. Gross. Hey, was that to me? Who else? Man, let's just get started already. You get sour when a girl calls you gross. I finally found your weakness, Salhan. Natsuki smiled deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she says, fine enough for now. Finally, starting to pull things out of her bag so we can get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoon, the tea bowls, flour. I don't know how to pronounce it. Flour or floor. Spill fluid and plastic bags are stood about every countertop. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the butter at once, so we have to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki babysitting all of my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking. So, where do you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays. I think it is still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for? To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone still pick their favorite. Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? Ah, you're asking me. I don't really have a preference, so come on. You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least try to have fun? I'm having fun. I'm not really sure what Natsuki trying to get out of me. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller balls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool. See, it's not like baking is just about following the instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's a million times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up. Like the one you made on my first day, huh? I recall proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica's delighted expression. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah, maybe I will use the food coloring then. Sound like you starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring. Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the butter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing. Eh, the icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying? Well, yeah, it just take a little longer. Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look. Natsuki grabbed the whisk from me and used her other hand to tilt the bowl back. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved. See? As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly started to do the same. Hey, Natsuki suddenly grabbed my wrist. I don't want your gross finger in my icing. Your icing? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I started to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you next. I like to see you try. I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I try to scoop out some with my finger just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Wait, is the certificate new? Thank you. I try and scoop some of my fingers just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Gross! You got it on my face. Whose fault is that? There's a big globe of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue but it's too far away. Jeez. You know what? Take this. Natsuki instead whips it off with her finger and shoving her finger toward my own face. You wish. I'm faster. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, and I grab that one as well. Stop. Not until you apologize for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girl like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Take the Natsuki figure and put it in my mouth, licking the icing. What? What? Did you seriously just... Ah! Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. This is gonna be my wallpaper. Sorry, Han. You shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? I Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her swallow breath. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? Eh, out of nowhere, the fire alarm starts to go off. Natsuki rushes to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcake there. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistake. Jeez. Natsuki uses the meat to grab the blanket tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah, the tension from the moment before still lingers over our heads, but the moment has already been lost. I watch as Natsuki slides the cupcake trays into the oven. Then I reluctantly pick up the wicks and continue with the icing. It's like nothing ever happened. Ah, that smells so good. The cupcakes are ready to be to pull over, to be pulled out of the oven. As soon as Natsuki opened the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different color cupcakes in each tray. They look even better once we add the icing. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought the decorating stuff, so you can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into those bags. Natsuki hands me some plastic bags. I have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes or other patterns. But you can also use it to write stuff on the cake, like happy birthday or whatever. I see. That that gives me an idea actually. Eh? Well, it's a literature event, right? We could make a literature theme by writing off a different word on each of the cupcakes. It would be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. Ooh, hmm. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid, but that's actually a really cute idea. So maybe I'm getting it from you. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not cute. Come on, we're not at school. Nobody's judging. You can't dress. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki voice trails off. Same with you. Eh, did you say something? Nothing. Let's just do the icing. Natsuki picks up the paste and fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about before, Natsuki quickly moves on. She shows me how to apply the icing, and then which we each get to work. When we finally finishes, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire our work. Look at how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? I don't see any harm in that. Well, yeah, but my dad is making dinner tonight, so I really need to save my appetite. Sayori. Sayori is the exact opposite in that regard. If she was here, we'd probably be down 10 cakes already. Okay. And she would still eat dinner. Come on, that's just unhealthy. Besides, when my dad's cook, I need to eat as much of it as I can. Well, anyway, I was hoping we would have time for manga, but I need to be home for dinner. Ah, already? That's a shame. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought of that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man, as usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, then you can probably do it in one trip. Yeah, I can do that. And don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah, I again think back about the conversation I had with Sayori earlier today. I felt so helpless. Sayori always does listen to me, but at the point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm all pick up, back up. Good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is already about to leave. It feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, that's okay. Eh, what you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way or at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go somewhere, um, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely, like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you, Solihan. I thought you only cared about getting this done. Uh, I'm sorry, I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, that's okay. I feel her finger gently crushes at the side of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against me. I felt it. I felt it. For a while now. Yeah, Natsuki slowly jumps back. Sayori? Eh, ah, hi, Sayori. Hi, Sayori. Sayori. Just now we were. It's okay, Sayori. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so. Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well, I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later, clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves us goodbye. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried to stay in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such a good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I, why am I feeling this way, Soren? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is split in half? It hurts so much, Sayori. Everything hurts so much. This would wait, so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Solhan. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have placed your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just. Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out about. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes time, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But she relaxed away. I put her hands on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Solhan. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was so weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Sayori? I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And and that's enough, Sayori. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down Sayori's arm and squeezed her hand in my hand. Do you remember how I said I always knows what's best for you? You still believe me? What does Sayori not? Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know that you need what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. I love you. Because my priority is not like I want to keep chasing what I want. I actually want I know her for so long. I won't ditch her for anything. So I will protect her with my life. If like they give me an option, like I could marry her, but I know that they have to this. Even I got this sad right now. My gosh, I would stay by her side to tell her every day that I am the one who meant for her. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. But spending with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens, as long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we both be happy. Salhan. Oh my god, this is a great scene. Salhan. Is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. Is this scene ever like? Is there ever this scene in like the last Doki Doki? I don't remember actually. I did not remember. You never have to let go of me again. I love you, Rosada. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment of me for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, so then it's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What I say, I don't want to think about those things. I want everything to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Solhan. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori meant by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do.
ke baju basketball?
1 second. That is my friend. I forgot that I'm in Discord call. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more certain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to make her happy, to make it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all the day, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking the two trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond thanks to my hands being full. Funny enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend more time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will go great too. Wait, did in the last Doki Doki, like the before the plus, did we ever go to school on the last day festival? Salahan, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing a little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we perform in. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayuri with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on the day this important she try a little harder? I say, but I suddenly remember that Sayuri told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only say because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Solhan. I mean, especially after you exchanged with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh, Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check about the pamphlets? They came out really nicely. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets and laid down on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each of the powers is neatly printed its own page and giving it almost a professional feel. I recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the one they performing during the practice. What's this? I flipped the series poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Ah, what is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. So then, what's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else seriously written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get I'm going to go get Sayori, so ah well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls that out after me. I quickened my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needed, and what I want to give to her. I reached Sayori's house and knocked on the door. I don't expect an answer, but she's not picking up the phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori, she really is a heavy sleeper. I saw her. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Walking her in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. As a series, I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I didn't want to have entered her room like this. It's kind of breach of privacy. I'm so scared. But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppresses the urge to vomit. Just, yesterday. After Sayori, I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? The hug scene is in the last game. I just remembered. Did what did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is all my fault. My storming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something else. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. And I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. And but they're still safe. I'm gonna end this stream. I'm gonna end the episode, not the stream, the episode right here. Thank you for watching part 5, and I will be continuing the new story on the next episode on YouTube. I probably will play other games. I need to pee and I need to go to the bathroom and then there's a prayer thing and continue with GTA, I guess. My gosh. I was so scared when I was clicking. Wait, let me save. It's empty. No! Yeah, side stories. I will play side stories straight after after the whole series end. After this, the ending. Bye bye.